Hey guys, I'm MG, and today we are going to be looking at Megamind and its short film sequel, Megamind: The Button of Doom. Let's start with the original film. Megamind is a 2010 American animated superhero comedy film, which was directed by Tom McGrath and written by Alan Schoolcraft and Brent Simmons. So now we got that out of the way, let's review this film right away. The best part about this film is watching Megamind's character arc as he starts off the film as a villain because nobody loves him, but when he starts dating Roxanne by tricking her, he slowly becomes more of a good person because he's experiencing love from other people, which makes him become a hero, and I think that his journey is really heartwarming and emotional because it shows what kind of person Megamind is and what he chooses for his destiny, which is why I absolutely love his character development across the entire film. And Megamind himself is really entertaining. He has a really sad backstory, which is really emotional. He's really funny as a villain, he's emotional as a villain, and he's also really emotional and funny as a hero. Overall, Megamind himself is an amazing character with a heartwarming character arc, and Will Ferrell does a really good job into showing Megamind's personality and emotions throughout his entire life. And he's not the only great character. Roxanne Ritchi is a really sympathetic character towards everyone, and a really capable woman when it comes to her trying to stop evil. And Tina Fey makes her character extremely charismatic and interesting. Also, her chemistry with Megamind is really touching and sweet, even when Megamind tricks her by turning into Bernard, and the scene where they break up is probably the most emotional scene in the entire film. And when they get back together, you really care and root for both characters to live a happy life. Motorman is a really caring and relatable character, where despite his powers, he can't choose his life path and instead has to be a hero. But when he realizes that he does have a choice, it really makes the audience care about him even more and why he faked his death to become a musician, even though he cares for the citizens and their safety. And that plot twist of him faking his death is really surprising and portrayed in a really funny way. Also, Brad Pitt does a really solid job into making Motorman a relatable and troublesome hero, where he can't decide on what to do in his life because he believes that he doesn't have a choice since he took the role of a hero, and Brad Pitt shows all of that perfectly. Minion is a really investing character, where he is really intelligent, really caring and helpful for Megamind, and is also portrayed as a silly sidekick where he has a true friendship and connection with Megamind, which makes their scenes funny, sweet, and heartfelt because of their friendship. And David Cross puts a lot of emotion in his performance and makes the audience believe, alongside Will Ferrell, of his friendship with Megamind. The villain Titan is a really menacing threat and a funny guy at the same time. Before he turns into a villain, he has a crush on Roxanne, and when he's trying to hit on her, it makes their scenes really funny and Hao is a very comedic person. But when he does turn into a villain, you really understand his motivation and pain after Roxanne rejects him. And when she does do that, it really makes Hao a menacing threat towards the people in Metro City. And Jonah Hill does an amazing job into shifting Hao's personality from being quirky to a legit threat towards society. In short terms, the characters are really heartfelt, relatable, and emotional. And all of their performances show all of their aspects greatly. The animation is also really well made and extremely well fleshed out to show the characters and the environments they are in. And the character designs help emphasize their personalities and traits quite immensely. The action is really tense and entertaining and greatly uses what the characters have and how they are using it to fight each other. Also, the main concept is really cool and interesting and is extremely creative on the story, the weapons, the powers, and the setting, which makes this film all the better than it already was. There are some stuff that I wish this movie hasn't done, like it starts with Megamind falling to his death, and when we get to the point in the story where he does, it kind of messes with the pacing a little bit. And it is also really lenient in the climax, since it happens a minute before Titan gets defeated. Also, the emotional moments with Megamind and Minion is touching, but I would prefer if it took itself fully seriously, rather than being comedic. And don't get me wrong, the comedy does work, but doesn't really fit in with the scene that well. Overall, despite some minor mishaps, This film works perfectly as a comedy, drama, and action film, and I would watch it if I was you. 9.3 out of 10. Usually, this would be the bit of where I would say goodbye everyone and thank you for watching. Bye. But did you forget that we are doing another thing in this review? You want to know what that thing is? It is the review of a short film sequel called Megamind the Button of Doom. This is a 2011 animated short film that was directed by Simon J. Smith and written by the same people who written the first film. Now, I know this video is going to be long, so instead of rambling nonsense, I'm just going to start reviewing this short film right now. Honestly, there's not a lot of stuff I can say because this is short. The animation is just as good as the first film, Megamind and Minion are really entertaining and likable characters, and the connection is still heartfelt and comedic. Will Ferrell and David Cross do as good of a job as they did in the first film. The villain, Megamind, is threatening and also funny because, well, Megamind is funny. The action scenes are really entertaining, and the story is still investing and entertaining. However, my one issue with this film is how Megamind is easily beaten in the first round. It just doesn't seem realistic, because it's done unfittingly, and Megamind has a super suit, so I do not know how the robot beat him in this scene. But outside of that issue, this short film, despite being inferior to the first film, is really funny, entertaining, and I would watch it if you liked the first film. 8.6 out of 10. Goodbye everyone, and thank you for watching. Bye.